Hey
Hello
guys.
everyone, and welcome back to Batman.
Batman, Arkham Asylum.
Arkham Asylum. We had a slight audio malfunction, but so we're recording over it, but don't worry, it's just hopefully just the one.
Yeah. Sorry. Guys, trademark of a channel.
So we had just gotten through the Croc's lair.
Yeah, Killer Croc section.
It's been more difficult than I expected.
We're making an antidote.
The process is slow, difficult, and doesn't produce much antidote.
And the good news?
The chemical will definitely stop Ivy. It may also reverse the Titan transformation.
Yeah, you just still have
I
that
need to
cut
run
right there.
some more
Yep.
tests to be
Maybe
sure.
from Killer Croc.
I've set the computer to create more.
Maybe, or just all the
Out of here and find out.
Fighting.
crap he's been through.
Yeah, that too.
God, her plans have reached the Gotham River.
You know, because like the wear and tear on his suit carries over.
Yeah.
Batman! Bruce, are you alright?
Get him. All right.
I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm the definition of fine. Can never catch my damn breath in this
Yeah,
place.
there's like a big cut on his chest, dude. You can see
Yeah.
his skin through the suit.
And finally, we have.
The piece de resistance.
It almost looks like a modified blunderbust.
Yeah, it does.
The Ultra Bat Claws! Now we can break down walls.
A blunderbuss, man. Haven't thought of that for a while. Yes.
Those are awesome when you actually see them, because it's just like a big old hand cannon.
Yeah.
Man, the recoil on those must have been crazy.
Yeah, you kind of tucked it in to your side and just had your, your body absorb the shock.
I was like, ooh, pretty.
Yes, it's very nice.
I impress even myself sometimes.
This Wayne tech, it's amazing. Okay. So yeah,
So now it's, hey, try out your new toy.
give it a shot. On those boxes? No. On this wall? Yes. Yes, with
Now,
one battery.
This is me fumbling with the controls, because that's another trademark of our channel. Sometimes we go for many, many moons without me touching a game that we're supposed to be playing.
Yep. It's okay. We both work full-time jobs. There's times where I can't even update with videos. I feel really bad. I know it's been like almost like a week and I haven't put a video out. I was like, I haven't had any time. I literally
Yeah.
come back from work, have to do some chores for my family and eat, shower, go sleep or whatever.
And then do it all again.
And maybe I have time for like a one video or two video to just relax. And I really should be editing a video, but I just want to watch Chugga Conway play some Pokemon White or whatever.
Yeah. Kind of how it is, where I get home from work and I'm like, I could be productive and do something or other.
I was already at work being productive the whole damn time.
But it's like, but I'm tired.
yeah,
And, I work in a job where I have to deal with people all day long, and that's draining for me.
and like people was all like, oh, you're just making excuses. It's like, fuck you. Fuck you.
In this episode of GameSharks, we'll be whining about our jobs.
There's many, I know, I actually do like my job. It may be physically and mentally exhausting, but there's a certain satisfaction with keeping people safe on the road,
Mm-hmm.
But seriously, you come back home and you still have a lot of stuff from life to do. It's just there's very little time to just do other little hobbies or whatever,
Mm-hmm. I saw a comic on Facebook the other day. It was very similar to how I am in some parts of life where on the way to work and at work you're thinking, I want to go home and play video games. I want to go home and play video games.
Yeah.
By the time you get home, you're just like, I'm too tired to play video games.
Yeah.
And so you don't play them.
Well, hop on. Yeah, so at this point I was remarking about these interesting rock spires. They're actually pretty, they're very pretty.
Yeah, I mean, definitely for the time, this game is awesome looking, and even now it's still pretty darn good looking.
It still has a fair amount of detail all over the place, especially with all the little goodies and Easter eggs, you know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there are definitely areas where it's kind of murky, but
yeah, well,
but because it's Batman and Arkham, it kind of works.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was talking about how like Riddler had to get his climbing gear out to just put this stupid trophy out here because he's getting on his last nerve. I was like, how does he keep finding them? He'll never find it here. Then like a few minutes later, it pings that he finds it. God damn it! Oh, I can't believe he keeps finding them.
Do you think he really does it all by himself, or do you think maybe he has minions do it?
It always shows that he has minions. I don't know how he convinces people to help him out, but hey. Like in the Telltale Batman games, he had a bunch of like dudes that would just help him out. And I mean, I guess that makes sense. He just would, hire some guys. Because, apparently Gotham has has plenty of like just random thugs.
Just goons for hire.
Yep. That would just be like, sure, I don't question. Like, I don't even care what you want to do. Whatever. As long as I get paid. Kind of like Slade.
Yeah, I mean... the reason why that works for Batman is in so many iterations where Gotham City is just a cesspool of poverty.
Yeah.
Where like that's even something they mentioned in the Batman Begins movie, where if you their whole aim was like, hey, if you make the economy so bad and make people desperate enough, everyone kind of breaks down.
And that's true. That's one poignant thing about the Batman comics is like its look at society and its different little facets.
Mm-hmm.
Like one thing I always liked is Bruce Wayne is actually a really good, helpful guide to the community. They don't focus on it much because obviously we want to pay attention to Batman.
Right.
But like if you look in like the actual history of the comics and everything, he's done like a lot of like charity work and everything. Like
that's why the Wayne Foundation exists.
Yeah, and for reformed criminals, he's actually giving them jobs at Wayne Tech or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's something as small as just being a janitor, he's like he knows that like getting people back on their feet, even in the smallest degrees, is like a world of difference to keep them out of trouble and to like help them turn their life around.
Yeah, and that was also I think, imparted to him by his father because like his, they would have been rich. Like who knows? I don't know exactly like the whole history of like how the Waynes got their fortune, but they're filthy rich.
Oh yeah, it's always been established they are very wealthy, and
and his father ended up being a doctor, like a surgeon, and that's not how he earned his fortune. But he was like, I work at the hospital. Like, how do I give back? I make sure the people stay well.
Yeah,
didn't have to. He could have just been a socialite.
Yeah. Actually, in the Telltale one, they did make it like interesting. Was like Bruce finds out in the first game that his father was actually not so good. Like Thomas Wayne was actually he would collude with the criminal underworld, and that's partly how he earned his fortune. But then the whole series of games show how Bruce comes to terms with that, and like, what, I don't have to be like that, and I can use this wealth for good.
Yeah.
I mean, thus Batman, thus the Wayne Foundation, thus the donations to like Arkham Asylum or whatever,
Mm-hmm. That might even be like a sort of a callback to the Kennedys.
Oh yeah.
Well, they kind of had a shady beginnings and bootleggers and things, and they went legit.
They're with the mob. I don't know. Yeah, we're getting close to poison ivy. All these plants.
Well, we say that, but we're still making our way out of the sewers.
Yeah, we haven't seen. We've only seen like the vines and all the plants.
Although we'll have to say that I mentioned in the original audio that I could never do what Batman just did.
Yeah,
like a plant just like spewing out like right now. Like again, to date the video a little bit. Like we're going through the whole pollen thing here in Georgia, where our trees and
our cars
and everything is just all covered in green pollen.
Yep.
So anyone with allergies, including myself, is just sort of like.
Yep. It begins.
So something like that was like spitting something at me, like, nope.
And plus, it looks like it has teeth. Like I know that's just sharp barbs on the plant, but like it looks like it could like really chew you out.
Oh yeah, I mean it's like, well, I've seen Little Shop of Horrors. I'm not messing with this thing. If I did that, I'd lose an arm. I mean, I have no idea what Batman's pulling out of these things to kill him, but...
This room. Yeah, the brain. I mean, not the brain, it's the plan. I don't know.
I don't know, he's clearly yanking something out of them, it looks like. I mean, just punching him I don't think would kill them. I don't know. Oh, as a plot point thing, the green stuff is Titan, that waste that's being put into the river. Or a reservoir that's going to be dumped into the river and be toxic, so we got to stop that as well.
Oh, that Nickelodeon slime.
Yes.
Gonna make people get all swole and crazy. Yeah, this...
That's another thing in Batman Begins, wasn't it? Where they dumped stuff in the sewer.
Yeah, it was Scarecrow's fear toxin.
Yeah.
In the Batman Begins?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a now that I'm thinking about it, that's also a major plot element. Not a major plot element, but a major event that happens in Final Fantasy VI.
Where, poison the river.
Well, Kefka poisons an entire city.
Yep. As he just laughs maniacally, just poison the river. And that's when you know shit has gone down.
But it shouldn't trouble the suit. What have you found out?
I'm not sure you're ready for this.
No, but go ahead.
Joker's pumping all the waste product from the Titan process into that chamber. It acts as a kind of natural storage tank. Once it's full, it releases the water into the Gotham River. Normally, it's safe, but...
But this time it's full of Titan. How do I stop it?
I'm working on it.
Oh yeah, at this point we were very scared. Very scared of the Titan, because what if he touches and it hurts us?
I was more of like, how do I get there? We got lost in this
bit. Jump and glide.
We were in this area a bit longer than I would like to admit, because I was like, where do I go again? I am confuzzled.
Yeah. It's a maze.
Yep.
It's very twisty, windy, and it makes you turn a bunch of times, so it's easy to get disoriented and lost.
Mm-hmm.
And admittedly, everything looks very samey with the same old brick patterns, with only that main water structure in the middle.
Right. At this point, I was like, screw it, I'm going for it.
Yeah, just go.
What?
Who cares? What else did I mention? Oh yeah, I mentioned a few things. It's like, I got new glasses now. Yay! So I can see better. And they look very similar to my old ones, but they're like a dark shade of blue instead of black. Even though it's hard to tell. Yeah. That's all that's been going on with me. I can see.
Yeah. You had a Tumblr post about your, not your vision specifically, but
general.
Just bad vision, where it was it's something blurry, clean glasses, still blurry, clean glasses.
Oh, for fuck's sake, spray. Clean, still blurry. 1 or 2, it's still blurry. Yeah, the worst is when I'm at the eye doctor and I feel like I'm letting them down. Where they're like 1 or 2. I was like, they literally look the same. I don't know. And then there was this thing where I had to look at a field of vision test because my family has a history of risk for glaucoma. Mm-hmm. So I have a high fluid pressure in my eyes, but it's just low enough that I'm okay, but we always gotta keep an eye on it just in case.
Yeah.
So I had to do a field of vision test, which is a bunch of little flashes of light all over the place inside a big half sphere, which you stick your face in. And
I've never done that.
Yeah, and I had to click a little clicker every time I saw one. And god damn it, Norton, I swear to fuck. I have an official computer with official Windows and Norton products, and it's just Norton's your last week. It's your last week. Better renew it. I was like, I'm not. I'm gonna kick you out immediately and get super anti-spyware. I'm not paying for this.
Well, this is where I got stuck for a bit. Not literally stuck, but just what do I do?
For a good while, and I was just look at the map. Just look at the map.
Yeah, so here's a question for you, James. If you had the money, would you get LASIK surgery?
Yeah. If it could even improve my vision just a little bit, even if I still would have to wear glasses, mm-hmm. At least it wouldn't have to be as thick. These right now I'm wearing are high index lenses, which basically means it's the same strength. It's just they use a different method of making the lens so it's thinner, because my normal ones that I wear at work are thick because I'm blind. And like, yeah,
has your vision gotten that bad?
Yeah, my vision's just, it's always been bad since I was like young, and it's just, it doesn't get any better. The only thing you can hope for is it stays the same.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, I try to take care of my eyes, and it still gets bad. Because my whole family on both sides has glasses, you know?
Yeah.
My mom got LASIK surgery, but she got it really early on in the process. Yeah, and what we were trying to do is get to Garth.
Get to Garth?
Get to, well,
Party on, Garth!
I was in the middle of saying Gotham and then Arkham. Got to get to Garth Brooks.
I mean, we are Wayne.
Yeah.
Party on, Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. Party on. Yay.
I've never seen Wayne's World. 1 or 2.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen 1.
It's on my list of movies to see.
We should watch it sometime. It's great.
There's a bunch of movies on that list.
Oh. Recently I saw Annihilation.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw Pacific Rim Uprising. Both were good. I still... Annihilation is by the same director of Ex Machina, which is one of my favorite sci-fi movies. But I still think I like Ex Machina better than Annihilation. But that's not, putting down Annihilation. It's great. It has some amazing moments.
I finally saw Thor Ragnarok.
How was it?
I enjoyed it. I liked the fact that it was goofy.
I love that city. I really like. I'm starting to see that Marvel's doing a bit more colorful palettes in their movies, and it showed with that city a lot. Like, thank God that it wasn't all just like gunmetal grays and browns. That city was so vibrant.
I mean, they as a whole have been pretty good about that recently.
Yeah, it's just like it could be even more colorful. I mean, it's comic books, for Pete's sake, you know?
Well, because I think they took the criticism that people were throwing at DC and to heart were like, man, it is kind
DC's like the Batman movie, Superman movie.
It's basically like
the Wonder Woman
tones
movie
of gray.
Yeah. Wonder Woman was a bit like gritty and sandy or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
she stood out enough, but everything else was very mud colored.
Yeah, I mean, granted for that one, it's not nearly as bad.
It's in the war, and like it makes sense. All the not like trenches are going to be very colorful.
Right. So that one I can kind of forgive. Plus, the movie was great.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Oh, I saw Justice League as well.
Oh, and yeah, how was that? Oh God.
Have you seen it?
No. I had no inclination to see it really.
I didn't particularly want to, but Craig, my roommate, rented it, so I was like, well,
might as well. It's here in the house. You don't have to go out. You don't have to put on the shoes or whatever.
Well, I'm glad I saw it. Mm-hmm. I'm also glad I didn't see it in theaters. I didn't waste my money on it.
It's one of those.
It's not nearly as bad as some people have been saying, but I didn't particularly care for it.
You weren't stunned and shocked that Superman came back? The character that has literally been revived like more times than any other DC character, most probably.
I mean, considering
okay, no, probably not. Maybe I bet there's some guy in the DC universe that's been revived more than him.
Well, considering they made like no effort to hide the fact that he was back,
yeah,
it was like, well, I saw that coming a mile away even before the movie was made. So, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think the fact that they ask a lot of you to care about characters that you literally
have not much information or attachment to.
Yeah, I mean,
care about the Flash.
Yeah, I mean that's always the risk for ensemble movies.
And man, I like Cyborg.
I mean, I do too. I'm not saying these are unlikable characters. It's just the fact that they really needed to go the Marvel way. They just weren't patient enough to do the Marvel way, which is have movies to establish characters so that when you bring them together, there's no like.
There's enough.
There's enough to where you already know who they are, and you don't have to figure out like, okay, what's their deal?
Yeah, like
you know them already.
As little as Hulk's persona of Bruce Banner has, like, he hasn't been in much compared to the other characters.
Right.
But he still has enough that, like, that's why I worked in Thor Ragnarok. He's like, no. Most of the time, it's like the Hulk and I both have a hand on the steering wheel, but this time it was like I was thrown in the trunk and he's been driving for the last 10 years. I was like, damn, that's a good analogy.
It wasn't 10 years. I think it was 2.
It's 2, sorry, yeah.
10 years would be really... Whoa!
Just like, how long? How long has it been? But still, 2 years is a long time, too.
Yeah.
see. Clickety.
Clickety clack.
Yeah. What else did I mention in this? Oh yeah, I mentioned like apparently our house has termites, and I was like tying my shoes and I look up to the curtains in our living room that face the front of the house and it's just covered in winged termites, hundreds of them.
Ugh.
And the good thing is they don't bite and they can't even fly very well. They have these large wings to grow. They grow them literally just to fly a little bit, mate with another colony of flying termites, and form a new colony. But instead, they somehow ended up in our house, and they didn't even stretch very far beyond the window. They all just kind of stayed at the window. Oh yeah, I remarked like he's here, and then like they just see you on the ledge. They're like, wait, what? Yeah, so like no, come on, man, don't hit his hands with your bat. That's rude, man.
No, let's give him a sporting chance. Come on.
Even though Batman could totally, he'd probably see that coming and just like I don't know, grab the guy by the ankle and like pull him down.
Yeah.
But also hook his ankle so he doesn't fall and die, but have him strung up like a Christmas light.
Or just throw him far enough where he's like, well, he won't die at that height.
That's true.
That's his thing. He doesn't care if you get maimed. As long as you don't die.
Yeah, that's true.
Broken bones, you're alive, right?
As long as the brain and the heart are intact and you're still breathing. What exactly is Joker sitting on? It looks like a bunch of brambles.
I think he has some kind of throne.
Yeah, looks like a weird, messy throne.
Well, hopefully you don't have to fumigate your whole house.
No, we had the guy come today actually, and he just put these things in the ground that killed them, and that actually set them off to like come back up through the window or something. I think that side of the house has termite damage, and that's it, which is good. I was expecting more, to be honest. Like my dad didn't want to do a thing until it was too late, and we had a swarm of them coming out of the walls or whatever. I was like, hey, because I mentioned multiple times, I was like, hey, Dad, I can help you pay for it. He was like, no. I was like, wait, fam, whatever. It's your show, man. Because there's those woodpeckers pecking in that other side of the house, and Will's like, that's probably because you have bugs in there, but who knows?
Yeah, maybe the woodpecker's going after the termites.
Yeah, the aerial guys, like, that's what we thought, but the aerial guys looked and they said there's no termites in that area. It just could be cockroaches or something else in the walls. Some other kind of bugs. Developed by Wayne Tech. You're literally breaking your own stuff.
Except I couldn't break it. It was just a thing.
It was just a thingy. Yeah.
My parents had to do that, put those things in the ground.
Yep. We took care of cockroaches and termites. Thank God. Because apparently the big-ass cockroaches we had aren't normal. Because all the bait and everything that my sister and I put, it takes care of the juvenile ones. So we don't have any of those guys, but the big ones that are around are there. You know, the skeletons, the red and blue just reminds me of Powerade, you know. Mountain Blast and Fruit Punch. Yeah. I could go for a Powerade. I've been trying to cut back on soda because, like, during my lunch breaks, I'd always hit up the Wendy's near me because it's the easiest thing to do, and I have like a really short lunch break and traffic. So I just get like a Wendy's like chicken sandwich and like a soda, and like it comes with a soda. So I was like, I could order a water, but like, god damn it, like just I'll get a soda or whatever. I would try to get something healthy, like a Sprite or like a High C or whatever. But at the same time, it's a fucking soda. It's not going to be much healthy. It doesn't matter if I pick a Coke, a root beer, or whatever, you know?
Mm-hmm. So we're just about at the end of this. I was just killing some teeth.
Killing some time, killing some teeth. I missed.
It's embarrassing. It's almost point blank.
The cursor is very sensitive. Like, if they wander right outside your range, that's it.
Yeah.
See, that was barely outside your range. I was like, come on, give that to me, game.
So, we have to go to these two areas to stop the water.
Yeah, to pump it up by shutting down the pumps.
Yep. And that's what we're going to be doing in the next episode.
Yep, so thanks for being with us, guys.
Yep.
Audio hiccups won't happen anymore, hopefully.
Hopefully. See ya.
Bye-bye.